Hi, I am Usama. Me and my group member Usman Safdar are going to present on chemical plant designing. In this presentation, we are specifically discussing the factors involved in designing of an ammonia plant. While designing any plant, one has to complete literature review of that plant, which includes the choice of a plant, the choice of process available to carry out reaction. The contents of our presentation are chemical engineering plant design, sequence of steps in developing a project, plant location, storage of materials, process flow diagram, and the plant layout. Here are some of the terms involved in chemical engineering plant design. The general term plant design includes all engineering aspects involved in the development of either a new, modified, or expanded industrial plant. In this development, the chemical engineer will be making economic evaluations of new processes, designing individual pieces of equipment, or developing a plant layout. Because of these many design duties, the chemical engineer is sometimes referred to as a design engineer. Cost engineer. A chemical engineer specializing in the economic aspects of design is often referred to as a cost engineer. Process engineering. The term process engineering is used in connection with economic evaluation and general economic analysis of industrial processes. Now I'm going to discuss the sequence of steps carried out in designing a plant with passage of time. The sequence of steps are process identification, economic evaluation, process development, mass and energy balance, detailed process design, site selection, engineering flow scheme, detailed construction plan, construction, and startup. Plant location plays an important role in the success of a chemical plant. The geographical location of ammonia plant has strong influence on the success of the project. Considerable care must be exercised in selecting the plant site, and many different factors must be considered. Primarily, the plant should be located where the minimum cost of production and distribution can be obtained. But other factors such as room for expansion and safe living conditions for plant operators as well as the surrounding community are also important. Here are some of the factors that influence plant location. Raw materials availability. Raw materials should be easily available near the plant. This reduces the cost of transportation. Markets. There should be availability of markets near the plants so the product formed could be readily available in the market. Energy availability. There should be sufficient energy sources in the form of coal, fuel, and electricity near the plant. Energy crisis could severely damage the production rate of a plant. Climatic conditions. Climatic conditions such as humidity level should suit the processes carried out in the plant. Waste disposal. There should be a proper mechanism of removal of waste products. Waste could not be disposed of near freshwater reservoirs or near farms. Labor supply. There should be availability of manpower near the plant. If there isn't, then plant is accompanied by a labor colony. Labor is brought from urban areas and shifted to this labor colony. This picture gives us an idea of region which could be affected by installation of a chemical plant. Possible hazards causing environmental pollution could be improper sewage system, unsecure mechanism of disposing waste materials, byproducts in the form of gases released in air. It is clear from the picture that chemical plants should not be situated near residential areas. It is harmful for humans as well as plantation in that region.
Hi, I am Usman Safdar. Raw materials, products and byproducts are stored in storage container. Some types of storage in ammonia plant are adequate storage, intermediate storage, bulk storage, and gas storage. Adequate storage. Adequate storage facilities for raw materials, intermediate products, final products, recycled materials, off-grid materials, and fuels are essential to the operation of a process plant. A supply of raw materials permits operation of the process plant regardless of temporary procurement or delivery difficulties. Storage of intermediate products. Storage of intermediate products may be necessary during plant shutdown for emergency repairs, while storage of final products makes it possible to supply the customer even during a plant difficulty or unforeseen shutdown. An additional need for adequate storage is often encountered when it is necessary to meet seasonal demands from steady production. Bulk storage. Bulk storage of liquids is generally handled by closed spherical or cylindrical tanks to prevent the escape of volatiles and minimize contamination. Liquids with vapor pressures above atmospheric must be stored in vapor-tight tanks capable of withstanding internal pressure. If flammable liquids are stored in vented tank, flame arresters must be installed in all openings except connections made below the liquid level. Gas storage. Gases are stored at atmospheric pressure in wet or dry seal gas holders. The wet gas holder maintains a liquid seal of water or oil between the top movable inside tank and the stationary outside tank. In the dry seal holder, the seal between the two tanks is made by means of a flexible rubber or plastic curtain. Here is a diagram of master plan of an ammonia plant. In this diagram, different sections of plant are shown, which includes future storage area, power point area, offices, and room for future expansion of the plant. Here is an ammonia plant in working conditions. The process carried out in production of ammonia is Haber's process. Haber invented a large-scale catalytic synthesis of ammonia from elemental hydrogen and nitrogen gas, reactants which are abundant and inexpensive. By using high temperature around 500 degrees C and high pressure approximately 150 to 200 atm and an iron catalyst, Haber process combines nitrogen from the air with hydrogen derived mainly from natural gas into ammonia. The reaction is reversible and the production of ammonia is exothermic. The proportions of nitrogen and hydrogen. The mixture of nitrogen and hydrogen going into the reactor is in the ratio of 1 volume of nitrogen to 3 volume of hydrogen. During industrial production of ammonia, the reaction never reaches equilibrium, as the gas mixture leaving the reactor is cooled to liquefy and remove the ammonia. The remaining mixture of reactant gases are recycled through the reactor. The heat released by the reaction is removed and used to heat the incoming gas mixture. Now, plant layout. After the process flow diagram are completed and before detailed piping, structural and electrical design can begin, the layout of process units in a plant and the equipment within these process units must be planned. This layout can play an important part in determining construction and manufacturing cost and thus must be planned carefully with attention being given to future problems that may arise. Since each plant differs in many ways and no two plant sites are exactly alike, There is no one ideal plant layout. However, proper layout in each case will include arrangement of processing areas, storage areas, and handling areas in efficient coordination and with regard to such factors. New site development or addition to previously developed site. Type and quantity of products to be produced. Economic distribution of utilities and services. Type of buildings and building code requirements. Health and safety considerations. Waste disposal requirements. Space available and space required. Possible future expansion. It was all about ammonia plant designing. Thanks for listening.